Week 18 of the National Football League. And this one features the Bulls' field-stretching tight end. They're few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Bulls and the Shamrocks, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Dublin Shamrocks. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at these Dubliners. See a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped forward to pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play a perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On third down, Fox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. On play action, Allen. That's in the double coverage and intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. But it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Second down, here's Richardson. Throw outside complete. That's wrong. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. Play action. Now Richardson. And he rifles one incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On third down, here's Richardson. The ball away and it falls incomplete.
That's going to hold a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Allen, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Richardson. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Josh Allen and the offense heading back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To the air, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Fry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Over the middle, complete. That's Banks. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. When you look at his defense, this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And I felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Fox. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, Allen. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fox. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, nifty juke there.
Much fun for a guy on time.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And now this offense comes back out on the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They didn't command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fox. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Fox. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Fox. And he showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And as a result, possession switches hands. And even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Fry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Fry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On 1st down, Fry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Fisher. Touchdown! A great play there. 47 yards. And the Bulls are able to widen their advantage.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. From the 41, here's second down at 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Allen. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Fox, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him up. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this one complete on the slant route. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
All in the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete here.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, good completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Fox. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. So you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Richardson on 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Richardson. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. Richardson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Rowe. 9 yards. Not quite enough. And they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get their running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry, and some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
And it's third down.
Third and long for Richardson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Richardson looking to throw this. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down now. Fry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. McAllister, he finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. To throw on third down, McAllister able to find the open man. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down, it's Fox. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, McAllister. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the knee.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
1st down, Brooklyn.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Fisher. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. Let's roll. So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, This is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Fox. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. McAllister. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down, Bulls.
Now it's Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
And Brooklyn, first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Richardson out of the shotgun. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. Fry. And able to get this to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break down that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Richardson now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rowe. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Richardson now on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bulls extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Allen. McKinnon here is complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air, Allen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
First down and goal to go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Allen now looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Shamrocks are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Down the numbers. There he goes. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On first down, Fry, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Fry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Fry taken down at the 30.
The big part of the middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They're looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulls have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Allen now on 1st down. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now this throw caught left side, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Allen to throw once more. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner puts it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Brooklyn, they finished things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.